Good afternoon, everyone. So we proceed to next topic or the next subject, the non-institutional correction. So first topic is about executive clemency. Okay, what are the types of executive clemency or forms of executive clemency? Ano na-remember niyo, Sir and Ma'am? Under executive clemency.
Parole, pardon.
Presidential pardon.
Okay. Pardon, amnesty, reprieve, and commutation. So parole not under executive clemency. So executive clemency, Sir and Ma'am, this is the power of the president. This is the power of the president to grant reprieve, to grant commutation of sentence, to grant pardon, either absolute pardon or conditional pardon, to grant amnesty with concurrence of the Congress, ang amnesty. So, executive clemency, this is the power of the president. Take note of that. So executive clemency, it shall refer to absolute pardon, conditional pardon, with or without parole condition, and commutation of sentence as may be granted by the President of the Philippines upon the recommendation of the Board of Pardon and Parole. So who will recommend? The Board of Pardon and Parole, who will recommend to the President that this inmates qualified for pardon, recommend for commutation of sentence, recommend for reprieve, but reprieve, we don't have any reprieve today because reprieve is, take note, reprieve is belong to death penalty only or apply to death penalty only. So take note that under the law, the president has the power to grant pardons, commutation, reprieves, amnesty for all offenses. Take note, all offenses. Take note. Except, isa lang po na hindi po pwede mag-grant ng president. Ito lang po ang impeachment cases. Yan lang po ang hindi pwede i-grant ng president. Impeachment cases lang po. Siya lang po, ito lang po ang kaso na hindi pwede sa executive clemency. So these are the forms of executive clemency. So reprieve, commutation, and pardon, this is the sole power of the president. But amnesty is not the sole power of the president. Meaning, amnesty is with concurrence of the Congress pa. So with concurrence of the Congress. Basta meron kayong mabasa with concurrence of the Congress, amnesty na, not pardon, amnesty yan. Okay, what is reprieve? Reprieve, this is a prerogative exercised by the President. It applies to death sentence already affirmed by the Supreme Court. And it is the temporary stay of execution of sentence. So before we have a death penalty, we apply reprieve. We can apply reprieve. How? So what time? What time po ang death penalty noon sa atin? Anong oras po ang death penalty natin?
Alas 3.
Okay, 3 p.m. po. 3 p.m. So dapat the President alam niya na mayroong bibitayin at today at 3 p.m. Dapat alam ng President kasi baka i-reprieve niya. I-grant niyang reprieve. So as of now, we don't have death penalty. So ito ang reprieve, hindi ito gamit dito sa atin. Kasi wala tayong death penalty ngayon. Take note, this is a prerogative exercised by the President. And reprieve, this is the temporary stay of execution of sentence. Basta, makabasa kayo, temporary stay of execution of sentence. This is all about reprieve. So dapat the President of the Philippines tatawag siya before 3 p.m. in order to stop the execution of the sentence. Dapat 3 p.m. Before 3 p.m. dapat makatawag na ang presidente. Because exactly 3 p.m. yan ang death sentence na. So, meaning, sino ba yung babae na Malaysia ba yun or Singapore? Malaysia? Yung may schedule na siyang bitayin?
Biloso po, Malaysia. Biloso.
Oo. Di ba yung reprieve yun, na-stop ang execution. Dapat, di ba? May schedule na siya. So, reprieve yun. And then, after weeks, kung sa may sunod na grant ni Biloso, ito na ang commutation. So, after reprieve, after mga how many weeks, okay, grant siya o commutation. So, meaning, dito na siya pwede mag-happy-happy. Bakit? Because their sentence, death penalty, commute to either life imprisonment. Ito ang nangyari sa atin before, during the President Arroyo. Before siya, before election or whatsoever, lahat ng death convict ay commute to life imprisonment because they abolish the death penalty. What law yung death penalty natin? Kalimutan ko. Anong law yun? Kamay mag-research dyan? Okay, reprieve, this is the reduction of the prison sentence, meaning, don't forget, reduction of the prison sentence, meaning from death penalty to life imprisonment. Take note, this is also a prerogative exercise by the President. Pwede siya lang dito. So, this is an act of heavier or longer sentence reduced to shorter term. Yan ang reprieve. Okay. So take note the commutation. So take note the keyword of commutation is about reduction of sentence or reduces of penalty. So okay, pardon. But take note sa commutation from the word commute is the reduction of sentence. Okay, pardon. What are the two types of pardon? We have absolute and conditional pardon. So pardon, meaning this is the form of executive clemency granted by the President as a privilege to a convict as a discretionary act of grace. Basta makabasa kayong discretionary act of grace is a pardon. Okay, neither the judiciary or the legislative branch of the government nor the judiciary branch of the government has the power to set condition or establish the procedure for the exercise of the President prerogative. So we have it is highly political in nature, usually granted in response to popular claim or to aid in the return to normalcy of a political situation that might affect the country if not addressed. So, yung si former President Joseph Estrada.
Tapos mo yan, South.
Ha?
Ang kalmasya.
Chigaroy.
Oo, maganda dito lang.
Okay, pag-mute lang. Yung si Joseph Estrada, ano yun? Absolute or conditional? Pardon. If you remember, former President Estrada.
Absolute, sir.
Absolute.
Okay. Absolute yun kasi
Nakapagkandidato pa.
he can run, di ba? He can run, still run sa president, di ba? Sino yung kalaban niya? Si Ninoy Aquino? Aquino ba yun? Aquino? Absolute. Kang Robin Padilla. Noon.
Absolute din.
Yes, yung bago absolute.
Conditional, sir.
Before, during the President Ramos is conditional pardon ba yun? Diba, if you remember, hindi siya pwede makapunta ng Amerika kasi conditional pardon yon. Yung si President Duterte pa yon ang nag-absolute pardon sa kanya. If you remember. Okay. So, absolute and conditional. From the word absolute, so automatic, no condition. This is also refers to the total extension of criminal liability of the individual to whom is granted and restored to the individual his civil rights and repeats the penalty imposed for the particular offense of he was convicted. That's why President Joseph Estrada nakatakbo pa siya ng presidente kasi absolute ron. Yun ang grant. Sino ba ang nag-grant ng absolute pardon? Sino? Si
Arroyo, sir.
Si Jimmy yun. Si Jimmy yun nag-grant ng absolute pardon sa kanya. From the word absolute, no condition attached. From the word conditional pardon, has a condition attached. Refers to the exemption of an individual within certain limits of condition. So take note. From the punishment that the law inflicts for the offense he has committed, resulting in the partial extinction of his criminal liability. So take note, conditional pardon, this is a partial extinction of his criminal liability, while the absolute is total extension of his criminal liability. Okay, amnesty. Ano po ang pagkaiba ng amnesty at saka yung pardon? Ano po? Okay. Amnesty is the special form of pardon exercised by the President. So, kung makabasa kayo, special form of pardon exercised by the President is amnesty po. Answer, amnesty. Okay, paki-mute sa mic.
Pabisa na tayo sa dito clearance. Ulan mo.
Sino yun? Paki-inform. Sino yan? Paki-inform. Okay. Amnesty, special form pardon. So take note the word special form pardon. Amnesty yun. Yung act of grace is pardon yun. Take note. It is a general pardon extended to a certain class of people or are usually political offenders. So take note, the difference between pardon and amnesty in terms of number of person, maramihan itong amnesty. Yung pardon is individual. So in terms of conviction, hindi ka pwede i-grant ng pardon kung hindi ka convicted. Hindi ka pwede i-grant ng pardon kung hindi ka convicted. Convicted ka muna bago ka i-pardon. While amnesty, pwede during, before, during, and after conviction, pwede ka i-grant ng amnesty. Halimbawa, yung NPA, mayroon siyang amnesty, nag-surrender, automatic, i-grant yan ng amnesty. Hindi katulad ng pardon, convicted ka muna bago ka ma-i-pardon. And take note, amnesty is needs concurrence of the Congress. Hindi pwede sole power of the President. It needs concurrence of the Congress ang amnesty po. Take note of that. Basta mayroon kayong mabasa na concurrence of the Congress, the answer is amnesty. Okay, parol. Ano dapat nyo tandaan dito sa parol? Is the release of the prisoner after serving the minimum of its sentence. From the word parole, minimum of its sentence. So take note. You are not qualified to apply parole if you cannot serve at least minimum of your sentence. So if you serve minimum of sentence, so meaning you can apply parole. Pwede ka qualify. Okay, tanong po, sino po ang mag-recommend dito? Sino po ang mag-grant dito sa parole?
Parole officer.
Board of Parole and Provision.
Okay, the Board of Pardon and Parole. Walang Board of Provision. Board of Pardon and Parole lang. Walang provision si Sir and Ma'am kasi ang provision, this is the power of the court. Ang provision. Walang power ang presidente yan sa provision. Korte po ang hawak ng provision. So, ang mag-grant ng parole is the Board of Pardon and Parole. Ang mag-recommend for amnesty, mag-recommend ng pardon, ang mag-recommend sa under executive clemency, the Board of Pardon and Parole din. Pero dito, dito sa parole, ang mag-approve, mag-grant is the Board of Pardon and Parole. While the executive clemency, even though the Board of Pardon and Parole mag-recommend, the President of the Philippines may mag-grant. Okay? Okay po. Okay, it is the method whereby the society can be protected and the offender can be provided with a continuing treatment and supervision in the community. Okay. Provision. It is another form of non-institutional correction practices that gives a sentence to a convict the chance to reform and rehabilitate himself without spending time in jail. Yan ang provision. So the same in the provision, the same. Mag-grant lang ang provision kung you are already convicted. Convicted na ka. It is the disposition under which a defendant, after conviction and sentence, is released to a supervision of probation officer subject to condition imposed by the court. So this is the provision. So later on, we will discuss provision. Kasi maraming lumabas dito sa provision. Kahit itanong mo sa last board passer, sa John 1, maraming lumabas dito sa provision. So provision, this is term coined by John Augustus from the Latin verb provere, which means to prove or to test. Sino po? Si John Augustus. Okay. Provere means to prove or to test. Okay, we have the word provisioner. Provisioner refers to the person placed on provision. Provisioner. Provision officer, the one who investigates for court referral and supervises the provisioner. Provision officer yan. Release and recognizance or recognizance. This is the offender under custody can be released to a responsible person in the community as provided in RA 6036. So this is RA or Republic Act 6036. This is the recognizance law. Okay, di ba? Release and recognizance 6036, 6127, grant of full-time credit. 968 adult provision law. PD 603 child adult code. PD 85 preventive imprisonment. 4103 the indeterminate sentence law. EO 292 the Restrictive Code of the Philippines of the Philippines in 1987. Family Court Act of 1997, 8369, RA 9344, the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. So this is a very important law. We have the House Bill number 393. Sino po ang author nito? Filed by Jodorowsky Natividad and Ramon Bagatsing. This is the second bill which attempts to establish an adult provision in the Philippines. It was passed in the lower house but pending in the Senate when martial law was proclaimed. House Bill number 393. Okay, PD 968. This is the adult provision law. So signed by President Marcos Sr. on July 24, 1976, during the last day of the first National Conference on Crime Control held at Camp Aguinaldo. So take note, effectivity of the application of the substantive provision of proceeding grant of provision is January 3, 1978. Who is Chudolowsky Natividad? Number one, he is a former Napolcom commissioner and former congressman of Bulacan. And Chudolowsky Natividad, known as the father of provision in the Philippines. Chudolowsky Natividad. Okay, we proceed to silent features of the provision law. PD 968. Okay, the application for provision will be filed. Shall be filed by sentence or convicted offender. Whose sentence is not more than 6 years imprisonment. Yan ang maximum, 6 years lang po. It shall be filed with the court that tried and sentenced the the offender. Meaning, doon lang ka sa korte na nag-trial sa inyo, nag-sentence sa inyo, mag-apply ng provision. Okay, Section 32, Republic 6425, the 91 Republic Act amended by 9165. This is about provision is granted to drug addict. PD 968, okay na ni. Okay, petition for provision. The question is there a need to apply for provision to avail of its benefits? The answer is yes. It will not be granted except upon the application by the accused. The necessity for the such application is indicated in Section 4, PD 968, which states that the trial court may, after it shall have convicted and sentenced a defendant, and upon application by said defendant within the period of perfecting an appeal. So, dapat i-apply yan. Because it is a privilege, not a right. Okay. Yan. We need to apply the provision. The accused or the convicted or his or her lawyer, PJ, gumawa siya ng petition to apply for provision. Petition yan. How many days are perfected an appeal? How many days? Hello? Baka nakatulog na kayo dyan.
15 days.
Buhay pa?
Buhay pa,
Buhay
sir.
na buhay pa?
Yes,
Sir, sir.
Okay. Buhay pa ang dugo natin?
Ay,
Yes, sir.
buhay.
Okay.
Ay, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. Buhay na buhay pa. Okay. So take note now, we need to apply the provision. Okay. When can a petitioner file his application for provision? Kailan po? The law says that the application should be made within the period of for perfecting an appeal within 15 days from the promulgation of notice of So take note, 15 days ha, 15 days. The same days and mag-apila kayo. 15 days din.
Binog dito siya mutikog kuan.
Sir, paki-mute, sir.
Pakisabahan niyo yung mga kasamahan niyo dyan kasi hindi kayo makita. Wala akong control dito kasi hindi ako ang admin dito. Okay, is there a form prescribed for the application for provision? Is there? Meron ba? The answer is yes. It shall be in the form approved by the Secretary of Justice as recommended by the administrator or as may be prescribed by the Supreme Court. Where can we file the application for provision? Where? Take note of this. Dapat ma-familiarize niyo dito kasi marami talaga dito lumabas sa exam. So take note, the application for provision be filed directly to the trial court that heard and sentenced the person applying for provision. Hindi po kahit saan korte. Nandoon sa trial court po. Yan ang tandaan ninyo. Okay, kapag merong cases doon, court, trial court, RTC court, please answer the trial court. Huwag lang court, kundi trial court. The correct answer. Okay, what then be the duty of the court? After receipt of the application, So the duty of the court. The trial court may notify the concerned prosecuting officer of the application at a reasonable time before the scheduled hearing thereof. So ang gawin ng korte, i-notify yung prosecutor that this person apply for probation for the comments of the prosecutor. Ito po, dapat tandaan niyo ito. Procedures in applying for probation kasi meron talagang lumabas in every exam dito. Okay, take note of this. Well, 99.99 days sa procedure may lumabas dito. Okay, the offender of his counsel files a petition within the convicting court. So, number 1 procedure. Next steps, the court determine convict qualification and notifies the prosecutor of the filing of the petition. Okay. After that, after the notification of the prosecutor submits his comments on the such application within 10 days from the receipt of the notification. Dapat within 10 days, mag-comments na yung prosecutor. And then, ipadala niya sa back to court. Okay, So, after the comments of the prosecutor, if petitioner is qualified, his application is referred to the probation officer for the post-sentence investigation kung qualified ang petitioner. Okay, who will conduct the post-sentence investigation? The answer is the probation officer who will conduct post-sentence investigation. And then the post-sentence investigation reports is submitted by the probation officer to the court within 60 days. Take note. PSIR submit 60 days. Ang bigay ng comments 10 days. And the last one procedure, the court grants or denies the petition for probation within 15 days upon the receipt of the report. Okay, take note. PSIR 60 days. The court grant or denies the petition 15 days. Yan ang dapat niyo tandaan. Okay, what are the effects of filing an application for probation? What are the effects? Okay, the effect is number 1. The court may, upon receipt of the application, suspend the execution of sentence imposed in judgment. Suspended muna. Next, pending the submission of the PSIR and the resolution on the application, the applicant may be allowed on temporary liberty under his bail, or a new bail, or release on recognition. Okay, disqualification for probation. Okay, number 1. Okay, number 1 disqualification. Yes, of course, those who were sentenced to more than 6 years. More than 6 years. And those who were convicted of crime against the security of the state. And those previously convicted and punished of not less than 1 month and 1 day imprisonment or a fine of not less than 200 pesos. Kung convicted na siya not less than 1 month and 1 day, disqualified na siya. Pero but less than 1 month is pwede pa siya, qualified pa siya. Those who were previously granted provision under PD 968. Kasi ang provision is isa lang po i-apply, hindi po pabalik-balik.
Those who were already served.
Those who were already serving their sentence when provision became applicable. Okay. The question is, kung i-deny ang provision, pwede ba i-apila? Pwede ba? Pwede, hindi.
Pwede. Pwede, sir.
Okay, as a general rule po, under this law provision, if the provision i-deny sa korte, hindi yan pwede i-apila. Yan ang batas. Hindi, take note, hindi pwede i-apila yan. Take note. Okay, the court will not grant provision if it finds, number one, the offender can be treated better in the mental institution and other places for correction. So meaning, number one, ang offender dito medyo nasiraan ng bait. Di ba? Hindi yan pwede i-grant. The offender is a risk to the community. Delikado po. And the offense is grievous to the eyes of the community. Okay. Ito din. Memorize this or familiarize. When provision is granted, what condition are imposed by the court? So, when provision is granted daw, what condition are imposed by the court? Number one, the condition is the provisioner must present himself to his provision officer within 72 hours. So 72 hours equivalent to how many days? 3 days. And then another condition, report to his provision officer at least once a month. This is the minimum. And he promised not to commit another crime. Comply with any other lawful condition imposed by the court. Take note, if the provisioner committed a crime while under provision, what would be the consequences? Okay, tingnan nyo. Kung mag-violate ang provisioner sa kanyang condition. The provisioner will be arrested for the violation of the condition of provision. So, arrested ko siya kasi mayroong violation sa condition. And then, prosecution of the new crime committed. Kung ang violation niya, he commit another crime, prosecution of the new crime committed pa. The court will order the serving of the original sentence of the previous offense. So, meaning, if you violate the condition of the being a provisioner, okay, babalik kayo ng sa original sentence. Meaning, hindi po madidak kung 1 year nag-grant ng provision, you violated it, the condition, hindi po pwede i-deduct yung 1 year sa penalty mo. Back to zero talaga. Back to zero talaga. Okay, how long is the period of provision? Okay, try to memorize this or familiarize. How long? Period, period. Not more than 2 years if the sentence is imprisonment of 1 year or less. So, less than 1 year or less than 1 year. Ang period of provision hanggang 2 years lang po. But not more than 6 years if the sentence is imprisonment for more than 1 year, but not more than 6 years. So, not more than 6 years, kung more than 1 year ang kanyang penalty. Take note that provision starts upon issuance of the court granting provision. When should provision be denied? Kailan po i-denied? Okay, the offender is need to provisional statement. So, tapos na ito. or there is an injuries that during the period of provision, the offender will commit another crime or provision will depreciate the seriousness of the offense. Okay, the offender may be released pending application for provision. Okay, number one, disimban, ifile during trial, or new ban, or to the custody or responsible member of the committee, if unable to file ban. Okay, responsible member of the community. So ito ang tinatawag na recognizance po. Recognizance. Okay, when can the court modify the condition for provision? Kailan po i-modify niya? At any time during supervision. After summary hearing when the provisioner violated any of its condition. Upon application by the probation officer or the probationer himself. Okay, take note that only the judge who heard and decided the case has the power to grant, deny, modify, revoke, and terminate provision. How about kung ang judge dito ay namatay na? Sino po ang mag-grant? Yung bagong judge na. Okay. Okay, outside travel. Kung ang professional daw, mayroong outside travel. Meaning, outside of his area. Kung area niya ay itong lugar, pumunta sa ibang lugar, so this is considered outside travel. Okay, take note. Probation officer authorized the probationer to travel outside the area of operation for a period of 10 days but not exceeding 30 days. So the more approved dito is the probation officer. But it 30 days na daw, provision must file 5 days before travel a request to travel outside for the approval of probation authorities. If more than 30 days, probation authorities shall recommend for court approval na. Kung more than 30 days na, meron ng court approval po. Kung sakali mag-change sa residence yung probationer, anong gawin? So, the probationer must file a request for change of residence at the city or provincial parole and probation officer to the court approval. If approved, the RTC which has jurisdiction over the place shall have full control of the prisoner. Kung lilipat ng ibang lugar yung probationer. So, yung RTC whatever, yung RTC na nag-change residence yung probationer, siya ang full control. Who is the voluntary probation assistant? So he is or she is within good refute and integrity at least 18 years of age, appointed by the probation administration to assist the post-sentence investigation and supervision. Assist the probation officers in investigation and supervision. So POs is probation officer. So the voluntary probation assistance is not entitled to salary but is given as reasonable travel allowance. Okay, we have the termination of provision. Okay. After the probationer has satisfactorily completed the probation period, The provisional officer shall submit termination report to the court containing the following: condition of provision, program of supervision and response to treatment, and recommendation. We have two ways of terminating provision. First, after period of provision with satisfactorily compliance with the condition of provision. Other ways of terminating provision. Termination before the expiration of the period served at least 1/3 of the imposed period, but not less than 6 months. We have termination by pardon of the prisoner, either absolute or conditional. Okay, we have also the deportation of the provisional. When an alien on provision is deported, provision will necessarily be terminated. And also the date of provisional. Kung mamatay na yung provisional, wala. Terminate. Rights restored after termination of provision. Take note, all civil rights suspended when the offended was convicted and sentenced are restored after the termination of provision. Liability to pay a fine and also discharge in case of subsidiary imprisonment. Okay. 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 What is subsidiary imprisonment? Okay, what is ano po ang ibig sabihin ng subsidiary imprisonment po? Sino ba ang naka-remember dito? Wala naka-remember dito?
Muraog sa 5465 sir, RA.
Ang subsidiary imprisonment ko, if you remember sir Anma, kung mayroong i-add yun sa kanyang penalty.
Wala siya.
Wala si sir.
Okay. Ang unstable yung signal ko dito. So yung subsidiary imprisonment, if you remember, yung hindi makabayad yung convicted sa kanyang danyos, i-add yun sa penalty niya, 8 pesos per day. Di ba? Can you remember? Tapos na kayo nag-discuss ng law?
Yes, sir.
So nakalimutan niyo yung subsidiary imprisonment. So dapat mag-dictate. Importante yun sa subsidiary imprisonment. 8 pesos per day yung bintada doon. Okay na. Bumalik na.
Yes sir.
Sinsya na po kasi yung internet ko dito unstable talaga.
Bilang malinaw ka naman sir.
Pero malinaw na ako, malinaw din ako.
Malinaw,
So,
sir.
please,
Abot na.
pag meron kayong hindi naintindihan dito, you can ask question po. Alam niyo, sir and ma'am, itong Quran, madali na intindihan. But take note, sir, talagang mahirap ito sa exam. Kaya magbasa kayo, mag-analyze. Kasi meron din situational din eh. May lumabas doon na sa board exam. Anong gamit ng ng mga utensils sa inmates? So ang answer is plastic, di ba? Plastic yung gagamitin yung utensils, hindi pwede hindi plastic. Okay. Yan ang subsidiary imprisonment. 8 pesos per day yan ang keyword. We have the law, PD 1257, participation of prosecutor in the determination of application for probation. PD 76, the period of punishment which is provisionable is extended from 6 years and 1 day. Pero binawi ito. In PD 1990, the period of punishment which is provisional is lowered again from 6 years and 1 day to 6 years or less. The executive order to 9 this is the administrative code of 1987. Rename the provision administration into parole and provision administration. Okay. Ano po ang pagkaiba ng board of pardon and parole sa provision administration, parole and provision administration? Ano po ang pagkaiba? What are the difference of these two? Okay, ganito ganito. Para maintindihan niya, baka mayroon hindi nakaintindi dito. The Board of Pardon and Parole, ito ang mag-grant ng parole. Ito din ang mag-recommend for executive clemency. Yan. While the Parole and Provision Administration or the PPA, kapag nag-grant na ang parole, nag-grant na provision, o nag-grant na ang conditional pardon, ito po ang agency ang mag-supervise sa kanila. Yan ang function ng Parole and Provision Administration. Ito po ang mag-supervise sa mga parole, nag-grant ng parole. Meron ding conditional pardon, sila din. At saka sila din ang mag-supervise sa provisioner.
I-roll mo lang gamit mo.
Okay. Yan ang dapat nyo tandaan.
Work intelligence ba?
The word provisioner and provision officer. So, okay, sir, dapat tandaan nyo. Ito, absconding provisioner at saka the word absconding petitioner. Okay, take note of this. Ang absconding provisioner, that person is their provision was granted na. Nag-grant na po ang kanyang petition, nag-grant na ang kanyang provision, approved na po. But failed to report for the supervision or fails to continue reporting for the supervision or host whereabout are unknown for a reasonable period of time. Meaning, tinatawag natin ang absconding provisioner kasi nag-grant na yung provision niya. From the word absconding, nagtago na siya, hindi na siya makita. While the absconding petitioner, take note, petitioner yung tawag ang mag-apply ng provision. convicted defendant whose application for probation has been given due course by the court. Due course meaning hindi man approve, but fails to report to the probation office or cannot be located within a reasonable period of time. Meaning, tinatawag natin absconding petitioner kasi petitioner pa siya, hindi pa na-approve ang kanyang provision. Petitioner pa siya. Kung na-approve na ang kanyang provision, yan ang tinatawag nating provisioner. Nakuha niyo, sir and ma'am? Nakuha niyo? Klaro?
Yes.
Kasi palagi ito lumabas sa board exam. Para hindi kayo malito sa petitioner at provisioner. Ang petitioner, nag-petition siya, nag-apply pa siya, hindi pa granted ang provision. Ang provisioner, granted na po ang kaniyang provision. Granted na po. Okay. Klaro. Okay, we have the parole system. Okay, parole refers to the conditional release of an offender from a penal institution after he was served. Take note of minimum period of his prison sentence. Palaging itong minimum period. Hindi ka pwede mag-apply or qualified for parole kung hindi kayo nakaserve ng minimum period of your sentence. Parole refers to the person who is released on parole. Pardon refers to the person who is released on conditional pardon. Client naman ang tawag natin kung refer to pardon parole who is placed on supervision. Pag under supervision sila, client na ang tawag natin. Client na. Okay, the board refers to the board pardon and parole. Administration refers to the parole and probation administration. Director refers to the director of the Bucor. Administrator refers to the administrator of parole and probation administration. Okay, we have the history of parole system in the Philippines. It came into the existence by the passage of 4103 as amended by Act 4203 and 4225. Otherwise known as the Indeterminate Sentence Law, which took effect in December 5, 1933. Okay, the Board of Pardons and Parole administer the parole system of the country. Sila po ang nag-administer ng parole system in our country. Next is prisoners qualified for parole. Unless otherwise disqualified under Section 15 of the rules, the prisoner shall be eligible for the grant of parole upon showing that he is confined in a jail or prison to serve an indeterminate prison sentence, the maximum period of the which exceeds 1 year, pursuant to final judgment of conviction and death. He has served the minimum period of said sentence less the good conduct time allowances earned. If you remember, sir, what are the new under Republic Act 105-92? The new GCT, ano yun? Memorize. May lumabas doon.
GCTA.
GCTA, good conduct tayo lawan. Under 105-92. First 2 years, 1 and 2 years, how many days? Ano, memorize. 20, 23,
23.
25, di ba? And 30. So, 1 to 2 years, 1 to 2 years, 20, 3 to 5 years, 23, 6 to 10 years, 25, 11 and above, 30 years, 30 days per deduction per month. So, don't forget kasi importante yun. Itong GCTA, importante. There is a reasonable probability that if release, he will be law-abiding and that his release will not be incompatible with the interest and welfare of society. Okay, prisoners disqualified for parole. Number 1. Those persons convicted of offenses punished within reclusion perpetua. Those convicted of treason, conspiracy, or proposal to commit treason. Those convicted of misprision of treason, rebellion, sedition, or espionage. Those convicted of piracy, those who are habitual delinquent. Those who escape from confinement or those who evaded sentence. And those who were granted conditional pardon and violated any of the terms thereof. And those whose maximum term of imprisonment does not exceed 1 year or with a definite sentence. So does not exceed 1 year, disqualified din. Those suffering from any mental disorder, okay, nabuang. Those whose conviction is on appeal, hindi ka pwede ma-apply ng parole kung naka-appeal yung case mo. Those have been pending criminal case for an offense committed while serving sentence. So, mayroon pa siyang pending. Okay, we have the Republic Act number 105/75. Ano ito? Importante ito. Importante ito. This is Act strengthening the Bureau of Correction and providing funds therefore, known as the Bureau of Correction Act of 2013. Importante ito. We have operation of the Bureau of Correction. Okay, the Bureau shall operate with a directorial structure. It shall undertake reception of inmates through its Directorate for Reception and Diagnostics. DRD, di ba? Before this is RDC. Provide basic needs and security through its Security and Operation Directorates. Administer Reformation Program through its Reformation Directorates. And prepare inmates for reintegration to mainstream society through its Directorate for External Relation, this EER or formerly External Relation Division. Okay, take note that the DRD shall be responsible for the conduct of classification of its and every inmate admitted to the Bucor. Inmates shall be classified according to security rest and sentence. So included in the DRD, in the classification is determining inmates certain skills and talents, so mga physical, spiritual, social, mental, and psychological evaluation and other behavioral assessment as reference of the DRD in the preparation of individual inmate reformation program. Yan ang trabaho ng DRD or RDC. Yung trabaho naman ng Directorate for External Relation, kung malapit na ma-release ang inmates, shall be responsible for pre-release and post-release program of inmates due for release. So the Directorate for External Relations shall also classify inmates according to skills acquired for referral and endorsement to appropriate companies or corporation participating in the Bucor on the job training program for newly reformed inmates. So the Directorate for External Relations shall also evaluate, classify, and apply necessary programs to inmates for readiness to join the mainstream of society upon release. Ito ang trabaho ng mga external relation. We have under Section 9, organization and key position of the Bureau of Correction. Okay, the Bureau shall be headed by director, who shall be assisted by 3 deputy directors, 1 for administration, 1 for security and operation, and 1 for reformation. So tatlo po ang deputy niya, ang director. Sino po yung director ngayon natin? Kasi nakalimutan ko.
Director ng, sir?
Na director ng prison. Sa Bucor, director of Bureau of Correction.
Yusik Bantag, sir.
General Bantag.
Si Bantam,
General
yapon ba?
Yung
Bantag.
maraming balba, sir.
Siya pa rin.
Siya ba ang director ngayon? Hindi yun. Director siya.
Si Marcos, sir.
Ah?
Hindi
Wala
na
pa yung
yata,
bagong
sir.
i-appoint si...
Wala ba? Bagong
General
appointment si
Bantag
Marcos, no?
Si Bantag. Yusik na si Bantag, Yusik.
Wala. Hanggang ngayon, wala pa ang new PNP chief na? Wala pa?
Wala
O, si pa din? Si Janaw?
Tuwarang bata.
Hinong pa.
Okay. Sino po ang mag-appoint dito? Sino po? The President. Sino po ang mag-recommend? The Secretary of Justice. The Secretary of the Department of Justice ang mag-recommend. Sino ang mag-appoint? The President. Okay, that the Director and the Deputy Director of the Bureau shall serve a term of duty not exceed 6 years from the date of appointment. So, dapat 6 years. Yung sikuan, dapat 6 years yun. Hanggang 6 years lang siya. Provided further that in times of war and other national emergencies declared by Congress, the President may extend such term of duty. Pwede. Pwede lalagpas ng 6 years kung mayroong national emergency. Okay, the head of the Bureau with the rank of Undersecretary shall have the position and title of Director General of Correction. Okay, the head of the Bureau, Director General of Correction siya. The second officer in command with the rank of Assistant Secretary shall have the position and title of Deputy Directors of Correction. The third officer in command with the rank of Chief Superintendent shall have the position and title of Correction Chief Superintendent. The fourth officer in command of the Bureau with the rank of Senior Superintendent shall have the position and title of Correction Senior Superintendent. The fifth officer in command of the Bureau with the rank of Superintendent shall have the position and title of Correction Superintendent. Under Section 13, lateral entry. Okay, meron din. Lateral entry. Included ba ang criminologist? Yes. Kasali po ang criminologist sa lateral entry of the Bureau. So, inspector, corrections inspector yan. Pag doctor of medicine ka naman, or attorney ka naman, or captain, pare, or whatsoever, minister, kung with the rank of correction, senior inspector na. Senior inspector. Yeah, professionalization and upgrading of qualification standard and the designation of personnel of the Bureau to keep position. Okay, if you are sub-colony supervisor ka, dapat with the rank of senior inspector, dapat ito ang natapos mo. Natapos mo. Finish at least second year Bachelor of Laws or earn at least 12 units of in a master's degree program. Kayo naman, sir, pag criminologist na kayo, mag-masteral, pagkatapos ng exam nyo, mag-masteral kayo. Mag-masteral kayo ng criminology. Marapid yan sa Manila. Sa Davao naman, ngayong University of Mindanao. Kasi may nakita ako taga-Tagum dito. Yung taga Manila, mas madali yung sa PCCR. Marami namang MS Prim dyan. Sa PINMA din. Sa under PINMA Education, marami dyan. Under ni Dr. Howard dyan. Mintras bata pa kayo, mag-masteral kayo after sa exam niyo. Pumasa na kayo. Master degree program, management, including the criminology. So, hindi talaga mawala ang criminology. So, sub-colony supervisor yan. Senior inspector. So, at least second year law. Wala nang panahon LLB. Ang ngayon, isa na lang po ang tawag. Kung mag-aral kayo ng law,
Juris.
doctor na po, GD. Juris doctor na. Wala nang Bachelor of Laws ngayon. LLB, wala na. Kundi juris doctor na. Wala nang Bachelor of Laws. Juris doctor na. Colonel Assistant Superintendent should have the rank of Chief Inspector. Okay, kanina 12 units, ngayon 24 units naman. So the same din, second year of Bachelor of Laws and 12 units, 24 units sa masteral degree, including the criminology. Colonel Superintendent. You have the rank of superintendent who must be a graduate of Bachelor of Laws or a holder of master's degree in management. So, graduate na ka ng Bachelor of Laws or master's degree na kayo. The same din. Management, public administration, public safety, criminology, penology, sociology, national security. Ang madali ninyo dito is criminology, master in criminology. Mas madali dito. As well as ito, public administration. Madali ito. Kung regional superintendent naman, should have the rank of senior superintendent or chief superintendent. The same then, graduate ng Bachelor of Laws, holder of master's degree. Okay, provided that the prison of penal farm with an annual population of 3,000 but not below 5,000, the regional superintendent shall have the rank and qualification of colony senior superintendent. Provided further that the prison of penal farm with an inmate population of over 5,000, regional superintendent shall have the rank and qualification of chief superintendent. Any personnel of the Bucor who is currently occupying such position but lack of any of the qualifications mentioned therein shall be given 5 years to comply with the requirements. Otherwise, the personnel shall have relieved from the position. Meaning, kung sino man yung nag-occupy before this law sa position, meron silang 5 years to comply. So, mataas na yon. That's why maraming nag-itiyap ng prison guard. So, in Zamboanga City, nagturo pa ako noon. Pumunta ako ng Zamboanga City, nagturo ako ng itiyap. Mga prison guard doon, maraming prison guard na hindi nakatapos ng ng college. Because of this law. Ito naman ang rank niya. We have the custodial rank and the promotion rank. Okay, under custodial rank, we have the highest. We have the chief superintendent lang, pinaka-highest po. And the lowest corrections officer. But under reformation rank, the highest rank is senior superintendent. Ano po? Correction technical. Senior superintendent. So, under reformation rank, mayroong additional na technical rank. Yan ang dapat nyo tandaan sa reformation rank. The highest is senior superintendent lang. While the custodial is chief superintendent ang pinaka-highest. Ang lowest is correction officer 1 or correction technical officer 1. So try to memorize this.